Hey folks, Brian Blessing here to talk about a most intriguing Final Four coming up this weekend in Houston, Texas. As always, we invite you to follow us on Twitter and at Facebook at Big On Sports. Let's talk about the Final Four. Don't forget, these games are going to be played at Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas. Now, this is a football stadium, so we'll just throw this out there. They played 11 basketball games in this football stadium previously, and 10 of those 11 games have gone under the total. Let's talk about the matchups. And we get it started with Villanova and Oklahoma. Villanova, 2-point favorite. Total in the game is 148. And honestly, I'm not so sure the right team is favored here. Let's give Villanova full marks, knocking off Kansas. And it could be Hart at one moment, who's just the stud, or it's Ryan Arcidiacono. And this kid is just a gutty, gritty player on both sides of the court. Jay Wright has this team playing at a very high level. Now, their task is going to be to shut down Buddy Hield for Oklahoma. This guy is just a stud, takes over when it's required most. He can drive to the hoop, he can knock down threes. He's an outstanding basketball player. You know, the bottom line is, you think about this Oregon team, the one thing we talk about is when they get the lead. And if they get the lead, make note of this, be it in-game wagering or however you're approaching the game, we've seen Lon Kruger, when Oklahoma gets the lead, taking the air out of the ball 5, 6, 7 minutes left in the game if they're up double digits. So it is certainly something that you have to consider. As for the other games, Syracuse and North Carolina, how about this balloon number in a Final Four? North Carolina, 9-point favorite. Total on the game is 146. North Carolina, a ridiculously high level. They've got the guard play, they've got the size, they've got the speed. Roy Williams has a monster on his hands here. And as for Syracuse, I'll say this. Give the Orange credit for making it to the Final Four, but I still insist this is a team that shouldn't have even gotten in the tournament. And then you figure the run they got on here. They start out drawing a struggling Dayton team. Then they get Middle Tennessee State, who's got the biggest letdown in the history of college basketball after knocking off Michigan State. Then we move forward. Gonzaga flat out gives the game away in Virginia with a complete and utter collapse. Now, to Syracuse credit, they did come back and they did get the W, and that zone defense, for whatever reason, is very confounding to many of these teams that they face. But North Carolina does get a few extra days to prepare for the zone, and they've got the athletes. It's a compelling Final Four. Don't forget, this is being played in a football stadium. 70,000 people is the Final Four at Reliance Stadium this weekend in Houston, Texas. Hey, if you like this video, we invite you to hit the subscribe button and get access to more videos here at Big On Sports. Get some more useful betting tips. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the Final Four.